everyone. Welcome back to my ASMR channel. Today I am going to do a soft spoken for the first time. Going through empties. I took so long to save up all of the empties for the first video that I did that I can't believe what a short amount of time it took for me to get another load of them. I didn't pay much attention to making sure that I had some grocery products or some bath or skin. I'm like looking at my piles over here trying to see what I've got. I just kind of chucked them into the drawer, and I peeked in there today and I had some time and I thought I had enough to make another empty video without having to make it into two. Maybe if I keep up with it a little bit better, they won't be such huge empties holes. So, also, I found this necklace in my jewelry box, and I thought it would make good sounds. So, thought I would play with that today too. Okay, so let's start with a drink product. Vanilla Coke. I love vanilla Coke. I don't drink it very often. Usually it's like my road trip drink, I guess. And we did just have a road trip. I have a specialist in another state, and we made a little overnight getaway out of it, and I saved my vanilla Coke bottle for an empty because I thought it would be fun, and it does sound fun to tap on. So many fun noises on this. Generally, if I drink soda, it's maybe a Dr. Pepper or a Coke Zero. Mostly because I prefer a can of pop, and it's hard to find vanilla Coke in a can unless you buy a 12 pack, and I am not going to buy a 12 pack because I'll drink them all. So let's try that again. That might be kind of loud. Okay. I have another drink here. Poppy. Wild berry prebiotic soda. I really like Poppy. Again, I don't drink them super often, but they are nice, especially if you want some carbonation and not any caffeine. have a really hard time with like Sprite and 7-Up because it reminds me of being a kid and being sick to my stomach. So, I can grab Poppy, and it doesn't taste like either one of those. Look, this can matches my microphone and my background color. It's kind of nice. Maybe this can be my empties pick. It says 4 grams of sugar, 25 calories, 7 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, 4 total sugars. Let's see if I have any other food. No, I don't have any food. Okay. Next is hand soap. My Bell hand soap is gone. I'm so sad. I think I moved on to Tiana. You can still get some of them, but most of them are completely sold out. If you want anything Tiana, all they have is body wash left, and I don't use Bath and Body Works body wash. It makes me sad to wash it down the drain. Those delicious smells. I'd rather just spend the money on the lotion or the soap or the hand sanitizer. Princess Belle. Belle is compassionate, intelligent, and genuine. Fragrance notes are rose petals, sparkling buttercup, and whipped vanilla. I did a poll a while back asking what people thought was the perfect length for an ASMR video, and overwhelmingly it was around 30 minutes. So that's what I've been trying to keep my videos around. But if anybody is interested in having a much shorter or much longer one, leave me a comment and I will do that. I've only been doing the 30 minutes because that was the majority vote. And sometimes I wouldn't mind tapping on things more longer. And sometimes I have to cut out some of my tapping so that it's not an hour. little Bath and Body Works embossed on the side. And I like the sound it makes. I purposely did not rinse this out. I knew that I could smell it again whenever I did this video. I do have a lotion and a body spray, so it's not like, oh, and 2 hand sanitizers. It's not like I never get to smell it again, but it's lovely. Next, let's do hair care next. So this is Moroccan Oil Dry Shampoo. I accidentally got light tones, but it did not seem to matter. Usually with Batiste, for sure, and I think Kitsch has a light and dark. There's some sort of color in it, but I just rubbed it in and it didn't show up in my hair. It smelled really good. I did reorder this in the right color, but I was trying to find a different dry shampoo that scored well on Yucca. I had Living Proof. It didn't have a super strong smell, but I didn't like it. I think probably it was cornstarch that was, the main ingredient, which is fine. But when I was a kid, I used to make this stuff. We called it oobleck. I don't know what it's actually called, but it was basically cornstarch, food coloring, and water. And cornstarch is super cool. If you have never done this, you should. If you put the cornstarch in the water and the food coloring and you stir it and let it set for a few seconds, if you push on the cornstarch, you cannot move it. It will not make a fingerprint. There will not be a dent. But if you pick it up like this, like pinch it up, it will run like a liquid out of your fingers. It's kind of like kinetic sand in a way, where if you pinch kinetic sand, it will run out of your fingers, but you can also mold it into a different shape. Anyway, I played with that all the time as a kid and I loved it, but I did not want that smell on my head. It's not unpleasant, but it's not pleasant. So I was trying to find another one. That's why this is so small. That scored well. Also, I got tired of messing with the powder. I wanted a spray. I just didn't have the time. I know that just sounds crazy, but the spray is just so much faster to me. You flip your head upside down, you're good to go. So I really liked this. It smells really good without being overwhelming. If it was overwhelming, it wouldn't have scored very well on the Yucca app. Oh, that sounds nice. Anyway, I got this and Batiste Cherry. And Batiste, I mean, honestly, it is a great dry shampoo. It's almost too good. And that's the problem. I have dry skin, dry scalp. I don't even need dry shampoo till like day 3. And it was just too drying. It did smell nice. And like I said, it worked real good, but too good. So this one I thought was pretty perfect. So I got a giant bottle of it. There were 3 options on Amazon. And it's a little bit expensive. I mean, to me, it's a little bit expensive. This little tiny bottle, I think, was like $11. I mean, 1.7 ounces. It didn't last very long. But the next size bottle, I don't know what it was, but it was several times bigger than this. And it was like $24 maybe. But for the size bigger than that, they were having a sale and it was $26. So it is like, it's giant. I don't know. Like, it's probably this big compared to this little teeny one. So I'm glad that one should last a while. Some air sounds. You can see where this would be good for blondes. I think you can see the purple. It looks like they tried to add a little purple in to brighten up blonde. So if you're blonde, you should probably give this a try. I'm really glad I was able to, rub it in enough. Next is Hairspray. So this is Elnet by L'Oreal Paris. It says humidity resistant hairspray, no crunch, no visible residue. And that is accurate. 6 ingredients only and silicone free. So this scores very well on Yucca. Pacifica coconut something also scores well. They both smell really good, but for the same price as the Pacifica, you get, let's see, this is 11 ounces. I think the Pacifica is maybe 6. And there aren't many hairsprays I found. I don't know if it's the silicone that's the problem. Anyway, this works very well. I do have a freezing hairspray that I keep in my drawer that does not score well on Yucca. I don't use it all the time, but this is not a freezing hairspray. I don't think, whatever makes it really stick, I think is the problem as far as the score. So I haven't found a hairspray that will have a super hold, but I don't need a super hold most of the time, so that's totally fine. But I do have just a little crazy freeze hold one in my drawer that I keep. But this one really is good, and it is reasonably priced. I've been getting it from Ulta. I haven't looked anywhere else. I usually wait until I get, it's $3 or $5 off $15, and I'll go in and I'll get hairspray and something else cheap that I need a refill of, and so then I don't feel like I need to make a huge effort to find it somewhere else for less. I don't feel like it's overpriced anyway. And then having a few dollars off helps. And this makes lovely noises too. I was thinking about spraying it to see if it would do air sounds like the other, but I'm afraid it'll. I'll try. Oh yeah. I like that sound. Okay. Next, let's do these. So this is Kojic Acid Solid Face and Body Wash. For dark spots, pigmentation, and uneven skin. I'm not really sure why I got this the first time. I think it was during one of Kitsch's sales, but it smells like sugared yuzu and pear, and it does. It's very citrusy and fresh, and I have this, and I can't, Dr. Brown's, I think it's called, peppermint soap, are the two soaps that I have in my shower, and this one is more of like a spring summer scent to me. So it was a pretty big bar of soap and I just ran out, so this is just the empty box from the new one. Obviously I can't show you disappeared soap, so but these kit boxes, they make the best sounds. They do. Brightening. Just to make the sound. Sticking with body care. So this looks like Sol de Janeiro, doesn't it? But it's not. It's a dupe. This is Brazilian cocoa cream Whipped Bum, Bust, and Body Cream. Visibly firms bum, bust, belly, and more. 48-hour moisture. Dermatologist approved. So, after my last empties video, where I finished my Sol de Janeiro products, I have never, the Sol de Janeiro products are actually also for firming and elasticity, but I had never used them for that because I am cheap and I don't want to waste the product. You can use very little of those and get the smell from them. So I thought, well, swimsuit season is coming, so I wanted to try a firming cream, and my friend told me that she found this on Amazon. This is huge. This is 8.8 ounces or 250 grams. It was $11. Yeah, you can't even get a sample size of Sol de Janeiro for $11. So I used this very liberally. I am not a huge fan of coconut smell. I like to eat coconut, but I do not like artificial coconut or coconut smell. This smells like real coconut. You can almost taste the coconut flakes in it. It's crazy. It is the first time I have ever liked coconut smell because it's not fake. It's not artificial smelling at all. It's amazing. I really couldn't say if it was firming or lifting, but this lotion is so creamy and it is so moisturizing. Like I've said a million times, I have super dry skin and I will take a shower at night, put this on the back of my legs, my stomach, whatever, and the next morning my skin is still soft and bouncy. It's almost like what hyaluronic acid does for your face. I was trying to see if there was any in here. Wouldn't that be interesting? It says, in a clinical test, subjects saw 98% visibly improved skin firmness, 94% reduced appearance of cellulite, 96% visibly smoother, less dimpled texture, 98% skin felt tighter, firmer in problem areas. Let's see. Gosh, I have it really dark in here. Coconut oil, butter, collagen, hydrogen, elastin, cocoa, water, sweet seed oil, squalene, root ferment, disodium. I don't see hyaluronic acid in here, but that's similar to what hyaluronic acid feels like when you put it on your face, except it lasts all night. So I am a huge fan of this. Like I said, I don't know 100% if it did anything for me, but because it is so hydrating, I immediately repurchased this. It's kind of amazing. I wouldn't mind a different scent or unscented, but like I said, this is it. This is all they had. But this doesn't bother me like an artificial coconut would. For sure it would. This is Palmer's brand, which Palmer's has been around forever. I honestly, though, I don't know how they get away with this packaging. I don't know if you can patent packaging. I would imagine that you can, but this is like, it looks just like Sol de Janeiro. I don't think they have a brown though. Okay, so my last two items are both base. Q&A Hyaluronic acid. And I've talked about this brand several times. I think the first person that mentioned it was Amy Bell ASMR. She's great. I have realized so many people I forgot to mention. I knew I would do that. I said I would do that. I totally knew I would do that. But people keep popping up, and maybe it was just that they hadn't posted in a while. And like I said, I wrote down really quick, off the top of my head. But yeah, I forgot some of my favorites, and I'm sad, but anyway, Amy Bell mentioned this brand. This is made in England. I think, where is it at? Yes, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of the town. Wymondhan. Wymondham, UK. Suitable for vegans, made in England. This company is cruelty-free and all of the good things. Everything they make scores awesome on Yucca, and they are extremely affordable. I would say they're comparable to Good Molecules. The only reason that I picked this over Good Molecules is because this hyaluronic acid is a little bit thicker. I still use some Good Molecules products, but for hyaluronic acid, I like this brand. And it's already been repurchased. This is the box the new one came in. So I decided to put the empty one in the box so that we could have cardboard sounds. So this is the empty bottle. And so far, I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure all of their products have come in glass bottles with plastic lids, which is nice. It just feels, I don't know, less cheap. I don't know if that's the right term or the right way to say, but, and I get them on Amazon. I don't know if I mentioned that. Those perfume videos where people have, there's not usually anything in them. Maybe it's more like oils, but they're usually empty little glass bottles, and they make sounds with them. I love that sound. I love all the sounds, I know. Last night, there was a thunderstorm here, and I tried multiple times to just plug my microphone into the camera, and I turned up the gain as loud as I could get it, and it was just, dark in my bedroom, and I opened the curtains to try to catch the lightning on the camera and the rolling of the thunder. And I mean, of course, because I wanted to catch it, it was not cooperating. I don't know why I expected nature to cooperate with me, but it didn't. I tried. I'll try again next time. I think it's maybe supposed to rain again tonight, so I'll see. But we don't always get that rolling thunder. We get loud cracking thunder usually. Okay, I'll stop with this one. I just love it. Chamomile night cream. Same thing. I already repurchased. This is the new box, and then the empty cream is in there. Just like cardboard tapping. Q+A. Chamomile calming night cream. Helps to calm, hydrate, and soften. Chamomile is a go-to moisturizing ingredient for troubled, tired, and stressed skin, and is well known for its super soothing properties. So, until I found this cream, it did not matter what night cream I used. I tried so many brands, so many. Even layering it on with face oils, different types of moisturizers. I would still have to put Aquaphor on my face at night. And the petroleum is not good for you. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Sometimes it's a little bit irritating because, oh my gosh, I've lived this much of my life and I'm fine. But I'm trying to make an effort. Anyway, I don't have to use it anymore. I don't know what it is about this versus other ones. You would assume night creams would have similar ingredients. I don't think there's anything extra special in here. Well, there must be. So I'm so happy to not have to worry about that anymore. And waiting for, each layer to soak in and then getting back up to put on the Aquaphor. So it's nice to just use this. Okay. A little glass jar with the plastic lid. I love these glass containers. Might have to save this for my little trigger bag. I like this one. Okay. Sorry, I had to cut there right at the end. Somebody pulled up on my street playing super loud music just all of a sudden out of nowhere. I hope that you found this video to be relaxing. I hope you enjoyed the soft spoken. I hope I did it right. Please comment below if you would like more soft spoken, or if you really did not like it and you would prefer the whispering. I hope that you all have a fabulous rest of your day or night, and I will see you soon.